What if I told you that your brain is lying to you right now? Not because it's broken, not because it's flawed, but because it's doing its job. Every memory you trust, every feeling you rely on, every moment you believe you're seeing clearly, your brain is quietly editing it. Not to deceive you, but to keep you alive. Today on Lucid Psych, we're diving into one of the most unsettling truths in psychology. Your mind doesn't show you reality as it is, it shows you reality as it needs to be. Your brain is lying to you. Not occasionally, not by mistake, but constantly. And the unsettling truth is this: if your brain stopped lying to you, your life would likely fall apart. We like to believe our minds are objective, that what we see, remember, and feel is reality as it truly is. But modern psychology and neuroscience tell a very different story. Your brain is not a truth machine, it's a survival machine. And survival doesn't always require accuracy. Let's start with memory. Most people think of memory as a recording, like a video stored in the brain. But memory doesn't work that way at all. Every time you remember something, your brain reconstructs it from fragments, and during that reconstruction, details change. Not because your brain is faulty, but because it's efficient. Studies show that each time you recall a memory, it becomes slightly altered before being stored again. Emotions shift, details blur, context changes. Over time, the memory you're confident in may barely resemble the original event. This is why two people can experience the same moment and remember it completely differently, and both feel absolutely certain they're right. Your brain edits the past to protect your present. Painful memories often soften over time. Embarrassing moments lose their sharp edges. Regrets become lessons instead of wounds. This isn't weakness, it's psychological first aid. If every emotional injury stayed vivid forever, you wouldn't function. Now let's talk about perception. What you see isn't reality, it's a prediction. Your brain is constantly guessing what's out there based on limited sensory data and past experience. Vision, for example, is less like a camera and more like a controlled hallucination. Your brain fills in gaps, it smooths motion, it invents continuity. It shows you what it expects to see, not necessarily what is there. That's why optical illusions work. That's why you miss obvious details. That's why eyewitness testimony is unreliable. Your brain prioritizes speed over precision. Because in evolutionary terms, being fast mattered more than being right. Seeing a shadow and assuming it's a threat, even if it isn't, kept our ancestors alive. Seeing it accurately but too slowly didn't. Now consider confidence. Confidence feels like knowledge, like certainty, like truth. But psychologically, confidence is often a tool, not evidence. Your brain inflates confidence to push you into action. If you constantly saw every uncertainty, every possible failure, every reason not to act, you'd freeze. So your brain lies. It downplays risks, overstates your control, makes you feel more capable than you really are. Not because you're special, but because hesitation can be fatal. Even your sense of self is a construction. You feel like a stable, continuous you, but that identity is rebuilt moment by moment. Your values shift, your personality adapts, your beliefs change, often without you noticing. Your brain tells a story that makes it all feel consistent. That story gives you purpose, direction, meaning.
Without it, you'd feel fragmented, lost, overwhelmed. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Many mental health struggles aren't caused by a lying brain, but by a brain that can't lie effectively anymore. In depression, the brain loses its protective distortions. People don't necessarily see the world inaccurately, they often see it too accurately. Risks feel real, effort feels pointless, optimism disappears. Psychologists sometimes call this depressive realism. It's not that the depressed brain is broken, it's that the normal emotional filters are gone. The same survival mechanisms that usually soften reality fail to engage, which tells us something important. Happiness isn't about seeing the world clearly, it's about seeing the world in a way that allows you to live in it. This doesn't mean truth doesn't matter. It means your brain constantly balances truth against survival. Sometimes accuracy wins, sometimes comfort wins, sometimes motivation wins, and most of the time, you never notice the difference. So the next time your memory feels uncertain, or your confidence feels irrational, or your perception feels incomplete, that doesn't mean your mind is failing you. It means it's doing exactly what it evolved to do. Your brain isn't designed to show you reality as it is. It's designed to show you reality in a way that keeps you alive, moving, and hopeful, even if that means bending the truth. And maybe that's not a flaw. Maybe that's the reason we're still here.
If this made you question how your own mind works, you're not alone. Here on Lucid Psych, we explore the hidden mechanics of the brain, from perception and memory to sleep, dreams, and consciousness itself. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like the video. It helps more people find it. And subscribe if you want to understand your mind instead of fighting it. I'd love to hear from you. What's one moment where you realized your memory or perception wasn't as reliable as you thought? Leave it in the comments. Until next time, sleep well and stay curious.